allowed them to keep on talking as they were being arrested. So I could hear the police in the background. I could hear them tell them that they were going to be taken to a local police station. They seemed very friendly, treated them very well from what I could hear. I could sense the nervousness to a certain degree with Ladin as well as her British friend. We haven't had yet any official confirmation at this point from the Chinese government as to if they have been detained and where, in fact, they are. That's the same with the two other Canadians that were arrested or detained, yesterday after their publicity-grabbing stunt on the Great Wall.
All right, now Ted Tong, while she was born and raised in Victoria, her father is Tibetan, and he used to work for the exiled Dalai Lama. That's
right. He was the foreign minister in Tibet way back when, in 1950, when the Chinese government rolled into Tibet. So there's a long history here for Tong. Her family has a very, very long history in Tibet. She herself, she told us in the time that we've been with her in the past few days, mentioned that she has never been to Tibet herself. She dreams of one day going there. This was her first trip to China, and for the past week, she has been blogging about her experiences, sharing her views and criticisms about the Chinese government in terms of the treatment of Tibetans and her desire for a free, independent government in Tibet. This obviously gained some attention on her. In the last few days, we saw a number of plainclothes police officers tracking her every movement, and it appears today that they decided to bring her in on the eve of just a massive celebration this evening in the one-year countdown to the Olympics.
All right, now we also, again, you mentioned at the top of our chat that Melanie Raoul and Sam Price, also both of Vancouver, that they were detained yesterday. Still absolutely no word from them. Have they been allowed to speak to anyone, any of their colleagues?
No word whatsoever. Even the Canadian embassy that inquired with the Chinese government for any confirmation has not been given any information whatsoever. This is sort of par for the course for the way the Chinese government operates. It happened in April of this year when Students for a Free Tibet staged another demonstration on the Chinese side of Mount Everest. In this case, they were Americans. The American embassy was not told or given any confirmation about the whereabouts of these protesters until they were deported a few days later back to America. Not sure if this is going to happen this time around, but it's a distinct possibility.
Well, the world is certainly watching today. Steve, thank you very much.
Thanks, Kate.
And if today's Olympic countdown ceremony in Beijing is any indication, the city will deliver a dazzling spectacle for its 2008 Games. Fireworks, light shows and dancers kicked off the countdown to the Games set against the majestic backdrop of the Forbidden City. The gala ceremony capped off a day of celebrations, fueling the Olympic hype machine. Beijing was a controversial choice to host the Games. Many are opposed to China's record of human rights abuses and Beijing's notoriously poor air quality. Even Olympic chief Jacques Roga has expressed concern for the Games, saying endurance sports such as cycling may be postponed due to smog. The rescue mission to reach 6